So last week, Funko posted a tweet revealing brand new GameStop.com exclusive Star Wars Funko Pops. Not just any pop figures either. We got some pretty recognizable ones from the expanded universe, which I am very excited for. Most notably Darth Revan and Darth Malak. But we also have the Shadow Trooper from The Force Unleashed, and we also have Yoda, who isn't an EU character, obviously, but the unique thing about this Yoda is that he has his hood up. Someone pointed out that Yoda was wearing his hood in the Clone Wars microseries, and I racked my brain trying to think of any other moment Yoda wore it like that. But honestly, I couldn't think of any, so would that technically make this Yoda pop figure from the EU? I'm not sure. I'm probably just missing a very obvious scene where Yoda's rocking the hood in the movies or TCW, but I digress. The other three are most definitely from the EU, and they're available for pre-order right now on GameStop.com. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description. If you want to see more EU pop figures get made, or just EU merchandise in general, then I highly recommend that you go to GameStop.com and order them. If you really want these figures, then I would act quickly before they're sold out and scalpers are selling them for $100 on eBay. More EU merchandise is something I've campaigned for a long time in the current Disney era. In 2015, Hasbro held a fan poll where you could pick which Star Wars character you wanted to see made into a figure for the 6-inch Black Series. The first round of voting would be held on various fan sites, related to Star Wars action figures and collecting. Then the most popular choices on each of those sites gets collected together and then are narrowed down for the final round, which takes place on StarWars.com. EU fans were able to come together and get Darth Revan made into a figure. Then in the 2016 fan poll, we actively campaigned and got Jaina Solo made into a figure. Both the Revan and Jaina figures have been extremely popular, if their Amazon sales are anything to go by. For the 2017 fan poll, we tried to get a Ben Skywalker figure made. But unfortunately, a few of the fan sites like Jedi Temple Archives got so salty that the EU characters kept winning for every fan poll. They accused us of cheating, even though they had no proof, and said we weren't allowed to campaign as a group, encouraging other people to rally behind a specific character, even though that's literally what everyone does for these things, including them. But we were ballot stuffing, and we're not even collectors according to Jedi Temple Archives, presumably because we weren't picking the character they wanted to win. Obviously, they didn't rightfully put Ben Skywalker in the Jedi Temple Archives' final selection of characters, but they got other sites, like Jedi News and Imperial Shipyards, to take Ben Skywalker off their list. However, the Mega Bros at Jedi Insider defended Ben Skywalker being on there, because he was chosen by the people. Jedi Temple Archives were being such sore losers and kicked up such a fuss that the final poll on StarWars.com got delayed by a few days, and then when it came out, several characters who should have been included in the final poll weren't there. Unlike Jedi Temple Archives, we were able to find evidence of this. I don't know why the other characters were removed. Maybe Hasbro didn't want to seem like they were targeting Ben Skywalker or EU fans, but it's not fair to the people who voted for the characters that got taken down. The Tanaka sisters, Ben Skywalker, and Pong Krell should have been in the final poll too, but they weren't, and some new canon character ended up winning. And the good folks at Jedi Temple Archives didn't want her to win either, and complained about her too. If they would have shut their damn mouth in the first place, then maybe the Tanaka sisters, or Yak Face would have won instead, and I'd much rather have either of them than Dr. Aphra. The 2017 fan poll was such a shit show for everyone involved that every fan poll Hasbro has done since then are done with a few pre-selected choices, so who really cares about that? For the longest time, these fan polls have been the only way to actually get expanded universe characters made as figures. Even the 2015 and 2016 fan poll finalists all got made into Black Series figures, except the ones that are from the EU, like Starkiller, Mara Jade, and Darth Talon. I gotta ask, if Jaina or Revan didn't win the fan polls, do you think Hasbro would have made them like they eventually did with Ben Kenobi, Snowtrooper, Lando, Captain Rex, Gamorrean Guard, General Grievous, or Dengar? Yeah, hell no, they wouldn't have. For the longest time, since the decanonization of Legends, we've been lucky to get scraps of official EU merchandise, such as the Azure Angel Lego set, the Imperial Shadow Guard and Shadow Stormtrooper Lego set, an Imperial Shadow Guard bobblehead, and an Imperial Shadow Guard Black Series figure, which was grouped in a 4-pack set alongside guards from the original trilogy, the prequels, and the new canon. I guess the Imperial Shadow Guard is pretty marketable. And also, by default, we got Max Rebo as a pop figure, which counts as EU merchandise, because you see in the new canon, Ortolans don't have arms for some reason, but they have for the last 30 years in the expanded universe, so technically he is part of our continuity. See what I mean by scraps? That is, until the past couple months. We've been getting just a ton of EU merchandise lately. First was the Walgreens exclusive Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi, as seen in the Micro Series. Then GameStop had a couple of exclusive Black Series figures. Jedi Knight REVAN to tie in with the Galaxy of Heroes mobile game, and the Stormtrooper Commander and Shadow Trooper from The Force Unleashed. And now we got these pop figures. Again, exclusive to GameStop. I don't know what caused this trend of more merchandise being made for the EU, but I absolutely love it. Keep it coming. In fact, to show my support, I'm going to pre-order all this wonderful stuff right now. And if you want to support the Legends universe, I think you should too.